So you walk in, you say, I want a Big Mac and a Coke. They hand you just a cup and you go fill it with whatever the fuck you want. Which is usually Coke, if you're saying Coke anyway. But I'm assuming down south that just it sort of just eventually became the way they just say it to everyone with about everything. Waitresses will literally ask you, what kind of Coke do you want? I was sitting here trying to defend them, man, but yeah, they can't really defend that. That's just retarded. Then again, another thing, I guess, there are a lot of brands that have transcended, like, their brand, you know? Like, there's a lot of people who call any tissue a Kleenex. Like that kind of tissue that comes out of that specific kind of box, you know? It's like, I don't know about you, but like a lot of people just call it a Kleenex. Scotch tape. Yeah, Scotch tape is, doesn't matter if it's actually Scotch brand. You're calling it Scotch tape. Band-Aid. I know in the UK, Hoover instead of vacuum. They just call them Hoovers. Regardless, it could be a Dyson. You're calling it a Hoover. Now, obviously, none of these apply for 100% of the people involved. Like, there might be some people who don't say Band-Aid, they say bandage. Frisbee, technically. So yeah, maybe just very in one concentrated area of the country. Jacuzzi? I did not know that one. I didn't know Jacuzzi was a brand name. Thermos? Wait, really? Xerox machine? Yeah, there's a fuck ton of them. So maybe in the South, Coke's done that with pop / soda. Maybe there was a war years and years ago that no one knows about in the South between the Coke or the pops and the sodas, and they fought it out until they could not come up. Like, everyone was dead except for the two dudes who started it all, and they couldn't come up with a solution, so they just looked at, and all that was left between them was one bottle of Coke. After the war, it was just the two dudes and a bottle of Coke, and they just looked at each other and they said, you know what? Fuck it. Coke. I must be getting tired, man. I'm getting rambly. No? That white Coke that comes from cows. It's weird that it doesn't fizz, right? Sounds like a Super Bowl commercial. What about that clear Coke that comes out of the faucet and has no taste? You know, when people say water has no taste, it's a bit strange because it tastes like water. Like, just because it's the only thing that tastes like that doesn't mean it doesn't have a taste. You know what I mean? Like, if you had a blindfold on and you drank water, you wouldn't be unaware that you were drinking something. You would be like, yeah, that's fucking water. It tastes like water. And, like, yeah, I don't know, it's weird that people have always said that shit. Like, water has no taste. It's like, well, it tastes like water. Calling every drink Coke to piss people off. Yeah. Can't even tell you're drinking it. Yep. It's just kind of goes in there. Oh, suck my ass. Great value Coke. And so many things have such a unique taste that, like, because the main argument for the people who say water has no taste, you know, is the people who are like, it has no taste, and it's like, well, yeah, it does, and they're like, okay, describe it, and it's like, it tastes like water, and they're like, well, without saying that it tastes like water, it's like, all right, describe the taste of anything else, and like Coke, for example, since we're on the subject of Coke, it's like, describe the taste of Coke, and it's like, you could say vaguely, like, yeah, it tastes like a dark, like a cola, but like, it's not the same as every single other cola out there, like dark pop, so it's not 100% accurate to say that that's how it tastes, you know? So it's like, the only way to really accurately describe it is it tastes like fucking Coke. So describe the taste of salt. Oh, what's the word? It's not sour? Like, it doesn't taste sour. But it's got that, like, painful... Like, you ever eat straight salt? For whatever reason? Like, you ever put just, like, straight up granules of salt in your mouth? It's, like... It tastes painful. It's hard to describe without, you know, obviously just saying it tastes like fucking salt, but still. Also, you guys know those drinks that, like, they put salt around the rim of the glass and you're supposed to, like, or on your hand and you, like, lick the salt and then drink it or whatever, or you drink it then lick the salt? Is that, like, just designed to make you throw up as fast as possible? Margaritas? Sure. I don't know. All I know is, like, if I just shoved a bunch of alcohol in my body and then, like, licked straight salt, immediate puke. Immediate. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've never had a margarita, so maybe, like, it's the secret I've been waiting for, but in my head it never works out. Someone get this man this man a margarita. Here's the thing, I don't go out to drink because bar drinks are expensive, and I'm not about to make myself a margarita. So, no, I've never had a margarita. I've had vodka and orange pop. I've had more vodka and orange pop than I know what... Actually, chat are the people who have helped me name that drink, the carbonated screwdrivers. Because a screwdriver, I guess, is vodka and orange juice, and the thing I do the most is vodka and orange pop, so we call it carbonated screwdriver. But yeah, I get a $5 fifth of vodka, I get an 89-cent bottle, 2-liter of orange pop, store brand, obviously, and I just drink them till they're both gone. Carbonated Walmart screwdriver. Yeah, good point. This orange pop is like the low-tier orange juice. That's another thing. I could never get behind the idea of mixing, like, a hard liquor with a juice, like a fruit juice. It just seems gross. Like, when I think of a nice glass of OJ, in my head, when I combine it with the burning sensation of vodka, it never ends up well. I don't think I'll ever try a regular screwdriver in my life. How do we get on alcohol? I just stood there and let it happen. Am I losing my voice? Dude, am I fucking stupid? In my head, I was gonna like jump out of the way at the last second. I was like, oh, I got time. I'll wait for it to get close and then I'll jump. And then in the same jump, I'll jump on Wendy and then it'll be two birds stoned at once. And instead, I just stood there. It isn't bad if you get real OJ. OJ and champagne is good. Vodka and cranberry juice is delicious. Oh my god. When I was at a really, really low point in my life, I did vodka and Kool-Aid. But that was just atrocious. Like, that was just vomit in a cup. Like, you were not gonna be able to escape the inevitable throwing up after that. Kool-Aid is basically just sugar water. I know. I'm fully aware. You made a Smirnoff Ice. I made a Smirnoff Ice that tasted a lot worse than Smirnoff Ice, that's for sure. I've had some Smirnoff Ice that was really good. Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was like, if it's the taking like months off of drinking at a time or what, but like, I cannot do shots anymore to save my life. Like, I used to be able to toss back shots almost no problem without like too much of a hassle. Nowadays, it's like, if I tried doing like 3 shots back to back, the throat feel alone would make me puke. Someone just asked something. I read it, but I forgot to like acknowledge / answer it. Hang on. Do I have a beer of choice? Dos Equis is probably my favorite. If you weren't at a low point in your life before, you went there with that drink. Shh. Would you put Mio in your vodka? I've done Mio in vodka plenty of times nowadays. Well, when I say plenty of times, probably like 5 times. But yeah, Mio Energy in vodka is dope because if you put like a ton of Mio in, you get like a few 100 milligrams of caffeine in you while you're getting drunk. It's just like an accelerated drunk. It's like you're supercharging your drunk. Nope, I didn't trust it. That was smooth. If only, you know, I did it first time. Instead of just losing a bunch of time to that. Hang on one sec. Jameson, Jim Beam, Johnny Walker Black, and Jack Daniels all mixed together. That's a Four Horsemen. Man, dude, I remember the first time I had a Long Island iced tea. I thought it was supposed to be this like fancy drink that actually had iced tea in it. Cause I never had one before. I'm not like a big, like I said, I'm not a big bar goer or anything, so I don't know much about like the mixed drinks of the world, other than the ones that I make at home. And yeah, I had one, and I took a drink of it, and it was really strong. And I was like, what is this? Like a Long Island iced tea. I was like, no, I get that, but what is it? And they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of different liquors put together with a splash of Coke to give it the same tint of iced tea. And I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But also the best thing I've ever heard, because like 2 of them, with how small I am, 2 of them would be enough for like a whole night. But it's delicious. I mean, if you're someone who like genuinely enjoys the taste of those liquors, probably. Manhattans and old fashions. Keep it simple. Did you just say Coke? 1 ounce of vodka, gin, triple sec, rum, tequila, lemon juice, sugar, syrup, cola. Explains why it's so expensive. Because I know typically with a Long Island iced tea, they're supposed to use pretty good stuff, right? Like they're supposed to use like top shelf liquors for all of them. Or at least from what I've seen / heard. And they're usually pretty expensive. Is there a fun little name for it if you use all bottom shelf cheap liquors to make a Long Island iced tea? The average bar uses a shitty premix? Oh, lame. Long Island Sewer Special. Dark brown tea. Red Bull totally kills the burn of spice. Oh my god, Red Bull kills a lot of stuff. Like, Bacardi White Rum and Red Bull is amazing. Twice in a row, man, that sucks. Short Island iced tea. Fuck! Oh, I hate that. There's lots of, like, instant Yoshi ditches in this game. Where you ditch him, like, the moment you get on him. I think Aguni has Yoshi issues. Technically, this game is like 3 tricks. Falling thwomps, spin jumps, and Yoshis. Fuck. World record. God damn it. I was shook, dude. So close to sub 22, man. That is world record. 22:19 was the time to beat. Sum of best. We didn't get any new gold, so it's the same. Oh, I'm so happy. I finally took it from him. Oh, I came so close so many times, and he just kept lowering it, and I finally got it even lower. You know, I was so mad. I donated to myself.
Felching.
Thank you. Guys, here's the thing. I actually didn't want that to world record. I didn't want to jinx it. I was gonna say it out loud and, like, probably level 12. I was like, I don't want this to world record, because this will be the second world record video in the last, this will be 2 out of the last 3 world record videos that is like just a bunch of talk about alcohol.